Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Tea. Happy Friday, Courtney Revolution and Tea Tribe. It's a great Friday, isn't it? I'm ready for this weekend. What about you?
I am ready. Good morning, everyone. I am Courtney and welcome to the Morning Tea. Alex, you know what I had to do today, which I haven't done for a really long time, and it did take me some time. I actually went ahead and actually cleaned out my shambong. I bought champagne. I wasn't sure if y'all were still doing the shambong Friday theme, but I do have it if that is something that we require on today.
Oh, we require. We're going to need a lot of shams, and I am so happy that you have your shambong because mine's still in the mail. I don't know when it's going to arrive at my house, but hopefully one day I will be able to partake in the shambong with you as well, Mr. Courtney Revolution.
Alex, that is my favorite storyline of the show, that your shambong is still in the mail.
It's tough in this pandemic getting things. Amazon kind of screwed it up. I keep tracking it, but somehow it's still in the mail. I don't know where it's coming from. Shambong
No, we're going to call Amazon, girl.
So, Courtney, do you have any big plans for this weekend?
I have a lot of laundry to do, truthfully, Alex. I do get my house in order. Like, have you ever just been like, you know what? I'm going to take it easy this week, and then on the weekend, I'm going to tackle it all. I'm not looking forward to it, but once I make a list and I do check her twice, very Kris Kringle like of me, then I'll feel a little bit less anxious. But those are my big plans, to clean my quarters. What about you, Miss Ma'am?
I got a lot of laundry, a lot of adulting, boring stuff. But there are a few things I want to catch up on this weekend. I kind of want to watch some Christmas movies. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's early, but they put you in the holiday spirit, and I feel like we could all use a little happiness right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Now, I won't be watching. I mean, honestly, I'm not the biggest Christmas movie girl. Y'all know Jingle All the Way is my jam. So if I can find a moment to squeeze that movie in, shout out to Sinbad, then I'll do that. But now that I mention it, I really don't know. I mean, I know a lot of Christmas movies. I just haven't seen a lot of Christmas movies. Maybe this December, I'll take a moment and watch a couple.
I know. I started early this year. I'm usually very strict on my holiday celebrations. I do not start before December 1st. But I don't know, man. 2020 has really gotten to all of us, and it's really sped up my holiday cheer experience. I need it now. I just need
Are you playing Christmas music already?
Playing Christmas music. I have fully gone over to the red side, should I say, not the dark side, but the the sparkly side of Christmas. And now, Netflix and all the streaming services, they release their holiday movies very early. They start in November. So I'm kind of being forced to start. Thank you, Netflix. Thank you, streaming services.
Who need to call us? Hallmark need to call us so that we could serve our best Lori Loughlin and be in a Hallmark movie as TV show hosts / reporters. That would be so good, y'all. A little cameo moment. Me and Alex have 2 lines and we get paid, girl. We get the point. Hallmark, call us. Lions, girls.
Courtney, you are speaking my language because I'm all about those cheesy holiday. I love the Hallmark, the Lifetimes. Forget about, the iconic ones, the Grinch, Santa Claus, all the ones that we love to see. But when you bring me just a new little holiday Hallmark or Lifetime movie, I'm here for it. I just watched one called Magnolia. Now, of course, it's slipping my mind because we're live, but it's something in Magnolia. It's about 2 radio hosts, they're co-hosts, that end up falling in love. Spoiler alert. But it's all those Lifetime go.
Yeah, but, they follow someone with a good formula.
Yeah, so it's good. But T-Tribe, if you're just joining us, of course, let us know in the chat, where are you watching the morning tea from this morning? We'd love to hear it. Antonio says, hi, T-Tribers. Trinidad and Tobago in the tea house. I'm on lunch having chicken pilau. Is that how you pronounce it? One pot with rice and pippen peas with potato salad and avocado. Yum. What do you think about that, Courtney? Does that sound good?
That sounds banging. Actually, a little potato salad, avocado, girl. Y'all know I love a little avocado moment. That sounds different. Now, Antonia, you need to bring this away. Also, I'm not Monsi Bolanos, y'all. I see y'all in the chat. I'm obviously not her. Just a little technical difficulty. Y'all know my name.
Courtney came back in another lifetime as a different person on Friday. Sometimes, he likes to surprise us every day, and this Friday he's come back as a different person. But we still know that he's Courtney Revolution. So, hello, Chrissy is joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. McLeod is coming from Jamaica. Oh, yes, Arisha. I want to talk about this, Courtney, because I don't know if you saw, but Harry Styles is the first man to ever appear on Vogue on the cover solo, and he's wearing a dress.
I saw. I saved them photos this morning, girl, when I woke up, girl. And he's looking real good, real tantalizing. Y'all know I stan that man and all of his courageous choices, especially as it pertains to fashion. And I enjoy him. He looks great. Shout out to Harry. Take more of my coins.
Great. And I love that he experiments with this gender fluid fashion. I mean, he can really pull it off. I've never seen, someone. I just feel like he really kind of does. He does it well, for lack of better words, because English is hard on this Friday. I think that he really, really owns it, and I like what he's doing. Good morning. Good morning to Jennifer. She says, good morning, joyous Alex and captivating Courtney Revolution. Ooh, I'm going to add that to my resume. I love those little adjectives.
Alex, really quick before we get started, I know you have to run through the show and stuff real quick. Did you get a moment, a chance, a glance, or a wink to even see just a little bit of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Did you see it, girl? Did you see? You saw it? Can we just take one moment? I just want to tell the T Tribe, Jen Shah is the queen. I'm telling you right now, episode 1. Jen Shah is the queen, and we stan Jen Shah and everything that she does, her fashions, just her attitude, what she brings to the table. I'm eating, I'm feasting. Andy, thank you. What did you think, Alex?
I completely agree with you. She is the star of the show. I really don't remember other characters but her. I really think she's stealing the show, at least, and I don't mean that in a shady way, but I think that she, at least episode 1, I am intrigued by Jen Shah. I know you have been a fan of her. I didn't necessarily know her very well, so I'm learning about her. I like her vibe, her sass. She's one of a kind, so I'm excited to kind of see her whole story play out.
Oh yeah, girl, it's gonna be good. Y'all check that one out. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. The one woman, Mary Cosby, y'all. She done married her step grandfather. I won't get into it. We won't get into it today. So y'all have time to go on ahead and catch up on episode 1. But just know that there is a woman that married her step grandfather, and I won't tell y'all anymore. Y'all need to do y'all homework and watch it on your own. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
What about that? And of course, I'm blanking on her name right now, but the woman who won't recognize that she went to college with the other castmates.
Oh, she was like, I don't know her. Is that Whitney? No, that's not Whitney. It's Heather, Lisa, maybe. It was those. We have a storyline where it's I've known her for 20 years, and the other woman is I actually don't know her at all. Very strange, but I'm very, very intrigued by this, Alex. And if you don't have Hulu or Netflix or wherever you normally watch it, the Bravo TV app and on YouTube, I've heard, has the full first episode. I watched it off the Bravo app because I don't have cable, and you can Google Chromecast it to your TV and watch it just like normal. So do that. This is not sponsored at all. I'm just a Housewives crazy person. But yeah, I just wanted to get into that real quick.
But it looks like it's going to be a good season, so I'm excited. I want to shout out Good-hearted, who says Friday the 13th. Yes, it is Friday the 13th today. Says to be safe. Courtney, are you a big superstitious person?
I'm not a big superstitious person, but I am a big Nicki Minaj person. And in one of her lyrics, she says, "It's Friday the 13th, and guess what's playing Friday?" So that's what I always think of. What about you?
I have some of the things. Like won't open an umbrella inside. Not like a cracks person, but sometimes I lay on the superstitious side, but not like huge. But I think about it now that it's the 13th. I do think twice, like, oh, hope it's a good day. So maybe I am.
Like my mom is like a big like don't leave a hat on the bed or like don't open an umbrella like indoors. I guess there are like some superstition that. So like I guess like a little bell will ring in the back of my head if I see like a hat on a bed. I like just carefully move it and place it somewhere else. But now I'm not like jumping like no, my mom is back. Get off that crack. Like I'm not like that. But I do consider
a casual hat takeoff. You're a casual superstar.
Very casual.
Love it. All right, well, let me break down what we have on the show today because we are spilling a lot of tea on this beautiful Friday, including some Selling Sunset co-star news. J-Lo is winning a recent lawsuit against her. This is interesting. We're going to tell you about that. Tyga is having some renting issues. The man won't pay his rent. I don't know what's going on. Lamar and Sabrina are getting back together. I don't know. This is interesting. Also, after we just reported that the engagement was off, The Weeknd made a huge announcement yesterday that a lot of people are excited about. We also have a stacked new music spotlight. We're talking about Megan Thee Stallion's upcoming debut album and new music from Lil Nas X and Billie Eilish. Behind the Kardashian gates, we're talking about Kim's latest Instagram post and the confrontation Khloe and Tristan had on last night's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where they discussed kind of the status of their relationship. So, but it gets weird because for our OMT story of the day, we just found out that Khloe and the rest of the Kardashians unfollowed Tristan on Instagram shortly after this infamous Larsa interview. So maybe there's more to the situation than Keeping Up with the Kardashians would lead us to believe. So we're going to speculate about that, so stick around for that later on in the show. So it's a good show today, Courtney. Some piping hot tea.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. We're going to dissect and digest and get into all of those things. It's a good Friday, so y'all better stick around and keep your peepers open and refresh that tea. I haven't even poured my first mug yet, so let me do that, Alex,
right,
actually.
Pour it up. Pour up that water, Courtney. Yes? You have something to tell me.
Can I say something, Alex? I was showing my boyfriend the show the other day, and he was making fun of me because y'all know that since we've been home, y'all see me do this. And he brought it to my attention that I don't need. Look how that works, y'all. I don't need to pop the lid.
You do not.
New things every day. This is why you gotta have somebody. Are you popping it? Pop it, girl. Yes, girl. Come on this Friday. You better pop it, girl. Bam. Don't let me bring out the crunk, girl. Like bring it on. Pop, 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 girl. Yes, Alex. I'm here for a dance off. Now you're gonna win, but I'll battle you.
Always on the dance floor, but never the teapot. Your boyfriend is correct.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you poured up. Let's cheers to
yes, ma'am.
This Friday, TGIF. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, this is You Missed It, and these are all the stories you may have missed overnight. Don't worry, we handle all the trending tea for you. And first up, we're talking about Miss Chrishell Stause. So, Selling Sunset's Amanza Smith is coming to the defense of her reality co-star Chrishell. Chrishell is being accused of having an affair with her Dancing with the Stars partner, Gleb Savchenko, after he split with his wife earlier this month. Amanza spoke on FUBAR Radio yesterday to address the accusations against her friend, saying this, quote, "Poor Chrishell, she was like, I went through a very public divorce. Like the last thing she would ever do is add to somebody's infidelity if that's what was going on. But that's just how it goes when you are in the spotlight. But I think she's pretty pissed off about it. It sounds like maybe the wife is doing this as like a cheap PR stunt. Ooh. Now, the claims come from the close friendship Chrishell and Gleb have developed on the show, which has led many fans to speculate that they may be more than just that. So Chrishell herself even addressed the rumors circulating around, saying this, quote, "As you can imagine, the countless hours of training and dance rehearsals has created a strong, supportive friendship, but nothing more. I wish nothing but the best for both Gleb and Elena during this unfortunate time." So, Courtney T. Tribe, do you think Chrishell and Gleb may have been a reason that the couple broke up? Or do you think Amanza is right in that Gleb's ex is trying to drum this up for kind of a PR stunt?
I don't know much about Gleb, but I certainly have recently watched all of Selling Sunset. And I want to say that, just to be clear, I don't think that Chrishell slept with her dance partner, especially after all of the drama that was surrounding her and Justin, question mark, because he broke up with her via the text, right, girl? She had to pack up and move, y'all. I know y'all saw it, but I'm late, so it's still a little fresh for me, girl. Paparazzi was outside her new home, y'all. Chrishell couldn't even decorate the house. But so extra. But my thing is about the story is this is you're supposed to as a friend. So like if you watch Selling Sunset, and even if you don't, Amanza is a character that she goes through a lot of struggles. Girl who's gonna pick up her babies from ballet. Girl, she's late to the house staging. Girl, Amanza be going through it. I very much relate to her. But this is how you stick up for a friend in an interview, because on the program there was something else similar that happened where they asked another co-star about Chrishell, and it kind of turned a little bit into like a thing, just a little bit. And I just love the fact that she took her co-star's defense and was like, hey, no, Chrishell's not that girl. Maybe it's the other woman perpetuating this. As far as I see, Chrishell be trying to mind her business and just sort of like do her stuff up in the valley and stuff. So I kind of want this to die down. I like Chrishell. Y'all like Chrishell? Or do the public don't like her? Because I like her.
Yeah, no, I like her as well. And I agree with you. I don't necessarily think this went down. Also, I will add to the story that Gleb himself, or the reports say, allegedly, that he has had many kind of affairs during their marriage. Like infidelity is something that they've struggled with before. So Chrishell's not the only kind of woman that's been in question. The interesting thing that I also wanted to bring up, so a few weeks back, I guess Chrishell and Gleb got in a little argument, as dance partners do, you know, when they're in these high tense pressure relationships. She posted a photo with like 2 or 3 dozen roses, and she said, full disclosure, Gleb and I got in our first fight. So I don't follow Chrishell, but I ended up on her profile and I was like, oh, wait a second. I didn't know he was married at the time. And I was like, are they romantically involved? Has this, you know, she's single now? I thought it was a weird post. That post is gone. The flower post. So I'm not saying she did anything wrong, but I did think it was a little odd for her to be receiving 2 dozen roses in general. What do you think about that?
I'm thinking that, and this is a speculation, not confirmation. Can we maybe speculate that Dancing with the Stars wanted them to drum up whatever their little thing was, and there it is, and now all of a sudden this happened and it's like snowballed out of control because perception is everything. Also, on the flip side of this all, what was Chrishell's storyline going to be on Selling Sunset the next season, if not this?
Yeah,
I know we're like in a pandemic, but like, what were the storylines going to be? So like, once again, Chrishell is in some man drama, which seems to sort of be like her trend, or it's steering towards that way. In terms of the Selling Sunset show, I wonder if this is just a real life thing that happened to her that could be used for the show. That would definitely offer some texture to her, because I'll admit I enjoyed nice Chrishell, but I did sort of feel like, ooh, when I got to see her sort of like in pain a little bit and like going through some real stuff, girl. No shade to Chrishell, because I do like you, girl. But I was a little bit like, ooh. So I would like to see this play out on the Selling Sunset. Now, Mr. Adam DeVello, you need to write that in your binder. We need that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Poor Chrishell has had a hard week. Hold the phone. me because I have to shout out Stacy and Irony in the chat, who is saying, think she is being used as a front for Gleb's affair with Erica Jane.
Is that what's happening? Is that what's going on?
Well, Erica Jane, if I'm not mistaken, was partners with Gleb on Dancing with the Stars too. So we may have just entered a whole new layer of this story.
Girl, but again, and we have their divorce on the table.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is Gleb looking to be doing all that? Hold on, let me look. Girl.
He's attractive. Look at him. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I see y'all, but the wife, girl, you can find that at the Earth Cafe. Honestly, right, Alex, you can find a Gleb right at the Earth Cafe, 24-hour fitness, any of them, super sport or regular girl. So shout out to the wife, soon to be ex-wife, right? Girl, get your bag and find you another one. Good looking man though.
I know you could find another Gleb at Earth Cafe. He may not be on Dancing with the Stars, so he may not have that addition to him, but yeah, he's a good looking guy. Anyway, let's move on to this J-Lo story because listen to this. Jennifer Lopez has just concluded a nearly year-long battle over her film Hustlers that I didn't even realize was going on. I don't know about you, but a federal judge dismissed the lawsuit against J-Lo's production company, Nuyorican Productions, yesterday. The lawsuit was started by Samantha Barbosh, the woman who inspired J-Lo's character in the film Hustlers. Barbosh had sued over claims that the film never obtained a consent waiver from her to portray her life story in the film. She also stated that the production company used her likeness without permission and ultimately defamed her in the process of releasing the movie. So Samantha Barbosh and her lawyers released a statement after the judge's decision in the case and are disappointed with the outcome. They also said that they would be exploring all of their appeal options moving forward to continue their fight. So, what do you make of this situation, Courtney, T-Tribe? What do you think?
Alex, I still have not seen Hustlers. Shout out to Jennifer Lopez, though, I have not. That was not on my list of films. So I was not tricked by the Cardi B and Lizzo like heavy marketing, and they were not the stars of the film. However, I feel like the woman at this point needs to let it go because I'm pretty sure that this woman has put her story out in a publication. And so I thought it was like once it's out there already, you know, it's sort of like free game. And J-Lo is unbothered. J-Lo has the coins to fight, and if she has to pay up, she will. But I feel like at this point, you know, girl, goodbye. Once you sold your story to a publication, it's like, now what?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think that I think once it's kind of based on a true story, once they use that kind of terminology, and don't quote me on this, but I think since they changed certain parts of the story, maybe that's how they kind of get away with this. But all in all, it just looks really like a money grab because the judge herself, you know, dismissed the case because I guess there wasn't enough evidence. So at this point, I just think, you know, we will stay tuned. Maybe she'll come back. I don't know if it's necessarily the smartest. I mean, lawsuits are expensive.
Hustlers, the TV series. That's what we're going to do. Hustlers, the TV series, executive produced by this woman. Y'all want to give her that? A limited series on the USA Network. On USA. Yes, ma'am. And give her a little coin and she'll go away. Right?
Okay, well, speaking of coin, Tyga's renting history has come back to haunt him because the rapper is being sued by a Bel Air landlord that claims he owes $32,000 in unpaid rent. The landlord also claims that Tyga left the rented mansion in a mess, citing damages to the kitchen's white oak floors, marble countertops and floors, and walls with murals and wallpapers destroyed. On top of all that, the lawsuit is saying Tyga installed a basketball hoop damaging the driveway and added new security locks to the home, which also damaged the doors. So this $200,000 lawsuit is coming out only because, according to the property owner, Tyga refused to settle through mediation back in May. Now, Tyga apparently has a history with rental troubles. He was also sued over a failure to pay rent back in 2018 for a Beverly Hills mansion. Courtney, T-Tribe, why isn't Tyga paying his rent?
Girl, Alex, here's the thing. I don't understand rich people that don't use their money. Now, y'all know I love Tyga. I feel like I always preface, like before I'm about to say something awful, I'm always like, y'all know I love this person, but I really have loved Tyga since I was like 16, 17. And I'm almost 30 now. So understand that before I say this. Now, Tyga, you have Tyga Bites out here in Los Angeles, and y'all know me and Alex spoke about that in the past. I have ordered Tyga Bites at least like 4 times a month since that report. So, girl, it's good. The black garlic girl with the peri peri girl, Miss Peri Peri. I'm a peri peri fan. Don't even get me started, y'all. Y'all really don't want to hear my peri peri stories. There's just something about peri peri. Peri peri's in this year, y'all. Peri peri is chic. She's flavorful. She's robust. I really am the Prince of Peri Peri, but we'll save that for a whole nother gift of gab chat. Tyga, pay your bills. And also, Tyga, you're rich. So my thing also was, why would you not be able to at least hire a cleaning crew? At least leave the space clean so that when the owner comes to, inspect and stuff, maybe imagine, Alex, how owns a home feels when they show up and there's damage and the house is dirty versus there's a little bit of damage and it's clean. Like, just little things could maybe get you out of a suing. That could have been like a prompt email, a FaceTime call, like, hey, 10 G's to fix my door, or like whatever the case may be. I just don't like to see Tyga in trouble because I know he's a good dad and he just likes to have fun. He's got his OnlyFans, and it's just like, we know you're making money off of the OF. So Tyga, pay your bills, please, because we want more hits and we don't want you to get locked up.
That's what's so confusing to me. It's like, it's not like Tyga's a struggling rapper. Like, he's super successful. He's doing well. He can't afford this. I mean, this just is very dismissive to me. It's disrespectful. It's just like, it's unfortunate because I do like Tyga as well. And I just don't understand. If you can't afford it, don't rent it. But if you can afford it, just pay the bill. It's simple. You have the money.
That is unfortunate, Alex. I'm sure he will make it right. It just sucks that he has to have like this news out. And also, who's to say that the owner is telling the truth all the way, girl? You know them homeowners, some of them will mess up a home and try to make it look like the previous people that were there did it. We know Tyga got money, so I'm sure other people know the same. So maybe they're like, give me some of that Tyga Bites empire, sis.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Maybe that's why he's not settling. Maybe he disagrees that he's caused damage, and maybe that's why this court case has lasted so long. Good point. Good.
Never know, girl.
Okay, well, listen to this next story because I thought these two broke up, but Lamar Odom and Sabrina Parr apparently, are back together. I don't know. Earlier this month, the couple announced that they had decided to call off their engagement. Now, however, both Lamar and Sabrina posted to their Instagram stories last night to celebrate their 1-year anniversary. We're confused. So in a statement released by Sabrina, she said, quote, Lamar has some things that he alone has to work through. I love him dearly, but I'm no longer able to be by his side while he seeks the help he so desperately needs. I wish him all the best, and I'm asking that you pray for everyone involved. So that was the statement she released just last week, I'm pretty sure. But now they're doing a date night celebrating their anniversary. So what do you make of all of this, Courtney?
I want to say that, first of all, this is not a read. But in that photo that we had just hit it on, and y'all don't have to answer because a lot of y'all don't watch this, but doesn't Sabrina Parr, she looks a lot like Giovanna, who was just recently put on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She looks like her a lot. When it comes to the situation, I feel icky about it. Y'all know I love Lamar, and so I do want him to get whatever help that he needs. However, didn't Sabrina already say all of this, Alex? Like that he needs to get his help alone and stuff. Why are you posting another pic? It feels clout chasey to me versus like a genuine kind of care. Like, let me get this last bit of clout before we go our separate ways. And then also, it's like, is this like a last ditch effort to sort of get this show greenlit? Because if y'all remember, last year they were filming the show, like not too long after Lamar came to Hollyscoop. He went off to film, Sabrina and Lamar, and no one picked it up, unfortunately. So I wonder if this is like, sort of like Chriselle, I was speculating, is this like a plot point? Are we at the mid-season, this season on? You know how they do like a little cliffhanger sometimes. Yeah. I'm curious, is it for real or is it a stunt like other celebrities we know?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's very confusing. After you just call off an engagement, you release a public statement, you make a whole to-do about it, and then you're seen with him 1 week later celebrating your anniversary. I mean, maybe they're trying to make it work. Maybe there is love there, but it just seems disingenuous to so quickly be back together.
Yeah, they need to, if Lamar has demons that he needs to fight, then girl, all of this could have been handled quietly. It could have been a random Courtney question one day on the TV. Whatever happened to Lamar and Sabrina? And we would have said, I don't know, and moved on. But, right. The fact that she put it online, not once, but twice, and I don't know her, but it comes off very stunty. And I feel like even after just meeting Lamar, I just wouldn't do that on his own. Yeah. Weird stuff, Alex.
All right. Weird. But something that is not weird and super cool is The Weeknd announced yesterday that he will be performing at the Super Bowl 55 halftime show coming this February 7th in Tampa Bay, Florida. The Weeknd will lead the halftime show. He spoke to his fans on Thursday about the news, saying, quote, "We all grow up watching the world's biggest acts playing the Super Bowl, and one can only dream of being in that position. I'm humbled, honored, and ecstatic to be the center of that infamous stage this year." So this all came about thanks to Jay-Z's Rock Nation agency, who has a partnership with the NFL. Are you excited to see The Weeknd perform at the Super Bowl and the halftime show, Courtney and T-Tribe?
I am excited for him, but I am not excited for it. I think that's a really good way to like get across exactly how I feel. Excited that The Weeknd has this opportunity because I know that his fans like really aggressively and passionately love what he does. They enjoy his aesthetic, they enjoy his sound, his vocals, the bandages, the mummy of it all. For me, I like award shows and performances and shows and stuff like that when it's like a woman that really can like command attention, give us some dancers, jump off of, the roof somewhere, pop up out the floor. And I don't see The Weeknd doing that. It's like when Maroon 5 did it, right? Didn't Maroon 5 do the Super Bowl halftime show? Justin Timberlake did it. Like I checked out of all of that. I don't even think I saw the full of any of those performances. Now, if it were a woman group or a woman with a large discography, that would be excellent. But meh for me. But shout out to y'all, Weekenders, the XOers. Shout out to my XOers.
Yeah, I love The Weeknd. I'm a huge fan, but it is an interesting choice because, normally they choose performers, like you said, with the huge band and the choreography. Like last year they had J-Lo and Shakira. The Weeknd's music, you don't necessarily hear or see Super Bowl halftime show. I will say, though, that it's kind of sad for him, because the arena or the stadium won't be filled with a huge audience. So this dream that he said, he's dreamed of being in this position. He's humbled, honored, ecstatic. I don't know if necessarily he's going to feel that energy and vibe that he's like hoping for. So that's kind of sad for him that it's this year. But on the flip side of things, we're all home. So having The Weeknd music while we're watching from home, maybe does work. Like maybe it is the vibe we need for 20.
And I'm sure that he'll do a great job for his fans, it's just not when you use the word like performer, and I think that is the key thing. Anyone can sing, not anyone can sing, because the girls love to believe that they can sing and can't. James Charles, but The Weeknd is very talented and he puts out very popular collections of work, but the performance element, I would feel the same way if Post Malone were asked to do the Super Bowl, because where's the performance? Y'all know I stand me some Posty, but where's the performance? You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm curious to see, is he gonna ride in on a skull girl? He gonna pop up out of a coffin? What are you you're gonna give us some spooky yuki, I'm sure, but what else is there going to be? Is he gonna unwrap the mummy? Remember, we had the bandages girl. He gonna unwrap girl and be the mask like Jim Carrey or something? What's gonna happen? Brendan Fraser gonna pop up out the tomb, girl? What's happening? Give me something, a skit, something.
It has to be big. We know he's super creative. He's gonna bring it. Maybe he'll bring people on stage. Maybe we'll get some Ariana with their new collab, even though that song is also kind of slow. We'll get some exciting people. Maybe Jay-Z will join. I don't know. They're gonna bring. I feel like The Weeknd. We just talked about him, so he came to mind. But you know what I mean? He's gonna bring people on stage with him. I feel like he kind of needs it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It should be like a Abel and Friends. That's what it should be called, the Abel and Friends show. Super Bowl halftime. Like, yes, let's do that, and then we can have all. Yeah, that's a great concept. Abel, do that.
Abel and Friends. We're here for it. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let's move on to our new music spotlight, because this is something we have been highly anticipating. Megan Thee Stallion is releasing her first studio album, and it's almost here. Announced yesterday. She's going to release her album titled Good News on November 20th. The title of her album apparently comes from her life's ethos that, quote, we all have the ability to make and become our own good news amidst the chaos of the world. Absolutely love that. While Meg has released a few EPs and mixtapes, it may shock some fans to find out that she has yet to release a full-length studio album. She took to social media to thank her fans for their support and to announce her new album, saying, quote, hotties, I first want to say thank you for riding with me, growing with me, and staying down with me since my first mixtape, Rich Ratchet. Through this rough-ass year we've all been having, I felt like we could use a little bit of good news. So, Courtney, I know you're excited. T-Tribe, are you excited for Megan's new album? Tell me.
I'm ready for it. I feel like with everything Megan has gone through, girl, this year alone, let her have her moment. I do feel like creatively she's ready. Like, this is the time. Like, there was a time where I was listening to Megan Thee Stallion a long, long time ago, to be clear, where I would feel like, oh, I like this, but I hope that there's not like an album coming yet. Or like, I feel like she's in the oven and she's baking, but it's not time to pull out the muffins yet. And I feel like everything that Megan has done in her career, good and bad, has sort of like led us up to this moment. And I think that we're about to experience greatness. I saw this clip of Miss Meg and Pharrell in the studio, and I know Ariana Grande fans don't shudder at the thought of Pharrell producing anything, because that man that's a prodigy. I love that word ever since you said it the other day. That man is a prodigy. So I feel like good things are coming, and the Stallion is ready to giddy on up. Nay, ma'am, nay.
I'm super excited too. I agree with you. I think she's ready. This has been her year. And I love the title, Good News. You know, we all need good news and good vibes. And I really like that she comes back, as a survivor and spins everything to be positive, even though she's, of course, going through a lot publicly. So I love her. I'm excited. Something else I'm excited for, speaking of holiday cheer, Mr. Courtney Revolution, Lil Nas Xmas is here, and his latest single, Holiday, just dropped. He teased out the new single last weekend, showing a transformation from cowboy to Santa Claus. Well, now we have a music video to accompany the song, and it is a trip into Lil Nas X Toyland. He turns into a sci-fi Santa, action figure, race car toy, and what I assume is a worker elf in the music video. And to be honest, it is everything you would expect from one of his videos. Courtney, T-Tribe, what did you think of the new song and the music video?
Okay, I might make a reference that a lot of y'all do not understand, but feel free to Google once the show is over. So, my favorite
Yes.
video game franchise, one of them, Alex, is a fighting game called Tekken. And all of the hairstyles in this Little Nas X music video were very Tekken-esque, very like spiky, pointy, like very creative. And I thoroughly enjoyed the music video, and I thought that the song was good. A lot of
Yeah.
people, I really do feel like they're expecting like a specific kind of song or a specific kind of sound, forgetting that Lil Nas X is a grown man. So I'm excited that it's something a little bit more mature. It's definitely just one of those like talk trash party jams, trolled us by naming it Holiday, and I feel trolled, but in a good way, because I was expecting like a Santa twerk jam, and it didn't have a single damn thing to do with Santa Claus. So McCall is saying he looks like Heihachi from Tekken. McCall, you are my people. You are here. Look, okay, my people are here. So good job. But yeah, I liked it. Did you love it, girl?
I did as well. You know, Little Nas X, he's not only a rapper to me, he's a full blown performer. Like he is a character. I absolutely love everything he does. And I really think that he doesn't, take himself too seriously. And that's what I kind of like about him too. Like he has fun. He creates whatever he wants. And I also like because, and you may be able to name me, but name me a rapper that's released a holiday song. Like I've never seen this happen. Have you?
Girl, if it exists, I have not heard it, and it's probably not a hit in the number sense. So, girl, you right. You right.
I thought that was interesting too. Rappers don't usually partake in the holiday song promotion. So I thought that was cool too, that he did something new and different. So good for him. I love it. I also know, you don't believe it, but I know the video game you're talking about too. I know Tekken. I know the hair talking about.
Yes.
So I agree. So good for him. T-Tribe, did you enjoy it? Let us know in the chat. And while you're letting us know that, let's talk about Billie Eilish's new song, because she also released new music today. She dropped her latest single, Therefore I Am, with an accompanying music video last night. Taking place in a closed down mall, Billie wanders around what we assume is the Glendale Galleria, for those of us in LA. Some fans and outlets are reporting that the new song is a clapback against the body shamers that she recently encountered, using lyrics such as, quote, "Because I hate to find articles. I'd rather you remain unremarkable. Got a lot of interviews. When they say your name, I just act confused." So, do you think Billie is really coming for her critics with these lyrics? Or does it seem more like a, generalized disdain towards gossip media that we see from like a lot of celebrities?
Real quick, Alex, I want to say hey to Fessy. We love Fessy. Fessy saying, OMG, that is my favorite game of all time. Courtney, you the man. Love you all. T-Tribe, have a lovely weekend. You have a lovely weekend too, Fessy, and shout out to you. And we hope that you're being safe, Fessy.
Yeah.
I don't think that Billie Eilish was talking to the body shamer specifically. I thought it was a little bit more general. But shout out to her, though. I do enjoy Billie Eilish's music. And I might have said this in the past, but is she gonna take a break at some point? Is she gonna nap at all? It seems like we got like the James Bond song semi-recently.
Yes.
Am I remembering correctly? And then before that, we got the song where she was like sitting in a tree, maybe, or there was like a moon in the album art. There was a song then,
Yes,
right?
That's the most recent
Yeah,
one.
so when is she gonna take a Lizzo break?
Billie Eilish does not
her to do that.
no breaks.
She don't sleep? Okay. Listen, she's young and she has the energy, and I'm not hating on that. I just don't want her to get like y'all know how I get. But if she comes out with like another song in like 60 days, the kids will grow anxious, I think. Although I love her. Great song, great music video. I want to run through the mall. I ain't been in the mall in forever, girl. I just want her to rest herself.
Yeah. It's interesting because I feel like we all kind of have that weird fantasy to run through a closed mall. I don't know why, but like I felt the same way. I was like, I'm kind of jealous she's doing this. Of course, with the pandemic, all inside malls are closed now, but it was kind of cool. She got a hot dog on a stick, a pretzel in the music video, like mid video. She goes down in the elevator and there's just a black screen. Like only Billie can do something like that. Like for not 20 seconds, I'm exaggerating, but a good 5 seconds as she's riding the elevator, the screen goes black and then it comes back on. Like she's just cool. I love her. I think the song is great. And I agree with you. I don't necessarily think it's at body shamers. I think in general, she's just letting people know, like, listen, I can think for myself, don't control me. She's above the criticism, and I think she's awesome. I really, really like Billie.
I do applaud her for a good socially distanced music video. In the back of my mind, I thought music videos would sort of like take like a decline, and not every artist has been having hits with the music videos. But when we talk about like Lil Nas X and Billie Eilish and others, I'm like, all right, I see y'all. I see what y'all doing. Y'all pulling out all the stops, using your brain, the creative side. I like to see it.
Yeah, me as well. All right, Courtney, it's about that time. You got the key? Because we need to get into those Kard Jenner gates.
The old woodsman Courtney coming to let y'all into the gates. No, I can't get over that. I was laughing at that for like 2 hours yesterday. If you guys are all set for all of the tea from behind the Kard Jenner gates, be sure to turn your volumes down, the car radio down, actually. Because it's time for Kard Jenner Tea Time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just myself.
All right, so we're kicking off Kard Jenner Tea Time with Kim Kardashian West's birthday trip vlog. She posted this to her Instagram yesterday, and it was more or less a highlight reel of her favorite moments from the trip. You see lots of Kim on the beach, the whole crew going on the boat and swimming with whales, fun at the bar with Lala Anthony, Corey's now famous dance moves, and more. But one of the most unique moments that you're looking at right there was showing the reaction Kim and her family had to Kanye's hologram gift. So in the clip, you can hear Kim is a little confused as to what Kanye gave her for her birthday, and then the hologram of the late Robert Kardashian appears. When the clip ends, the camera pans over to the family, who are all wrecked from the experience. Kim FaceTimes Kanye immediately and is just beside herself over the present. Now, Courtney, I really, really want to hear your thoughts on this because we spoke about this earlier before we went live, and you really didn't like the gift that Kanye gave her. Tell me, what did you think?
I know I was not here so that we could discuss hologram gate, but that, I'm literally opening a bottle of champagne, sorry, and it's the cheap kind, yes. So it might take me a minute. I just thought that the gift was incredibly weird, creepy, chilling, and I didn't like it. Like, I don't want to fathom the thought of like losing a parent, but and I get probably the intent, Alex. There's just something real dusty in the buttermilk for me when you're giving your wife a gift for her birth, but it's her deceased father that mentions how intelligent and great of a man I am. Like that's weird. Like that's not weird. Yeah.
No,
to me it's weird to me.
I agree with you. That portion of the script, because of course, Kanye had to write some sort of copy for the hologram. It was a little insensitive. Did it make us chuckle a bit? Sure, because we knew Kanye was writing it. But I agree with you. I don't think that part was kind of cool. But I personally think it was amazing. I just think that it's something, it's a gift for someone that, has everything and something that's so special to them. This is a big milestone in her life, and losing a parent, that I don't wish that on anyone, but I understand that feeling where you just want to see them one more time. And so I appreciate it. I thought it was cool. But I agree with your point that, he could have left that line out of it.
Do you think that that's a gift that, God forbid, you would want one day, Alex and T-Tribe? Would you like Now, I won't even say partner. I'll just say someone that loves you a lot. Would you like that kind of gift if that person had the means? How would y'all feel? And also, Alex, I'll go first, even though I literally just asked y'all. I would feel like divorce, but that's just me. I'm one sensitive crab. I would be
Yeah.
like, what is the thought process? That's not romantic. Like, what? Kim is 40, right? Is she 40 or 50? She's 40, right? This is my birthday, girl. You could have just popped out of a cake with a mask on. Got me like a sexy Chippendales dancer. Like, why? Like, I get the intent. Like, I want to make that clear. I get it because like it's something you can't buy. Like, what do you get the person that can buy anything? But like, I couldn't. I don't even want it to be my cat that passed away. Like, I couldn't do it. I just find it
No,
a little chiller network for me.
totally.
Brittany
I
saying she
hear
can cry her bloody eyes out. Me too, Britt.
Yeah, I think, it takes a certain person to appreciate that and want that. Everyone deals with grief differently. And some people, I assume that the Jenner family really appreciated it. And you see in the vlog that it was something special to them. Their father died very young in their life. So it's been years of dealing with this and, mourning the loss. I think if it's very soon after, maybe you can't handle that. But if time has passed, maybe it would be something certain people would appreciate,
I want to shout out someone because I don't want this to sound like I'm like judging y'all or I'm like, if you like this, you're weird, Kim. Samantha is saying, I would love to be able to see my mom again, but it would have to be very true to what her personality would have been. And she's also saying that her mom passed when she was 11 and she thinks it would truly be an amazing experience. So it's good for me to see the other side of that because my parents are still here and I don't even think I could put myself in the mindset of them not being here and then an added layer of, well, here's a hologram, rich gal. It would be weird, but I understand the perspective of just wanting to experience them or feel some sort of their aura. I'm going to do the Shamball and Alex, by the way.
Right. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, girl. Bam.
Okay. Move on to this news because I guess we kind of got what we were asking for or some sort of conversation on last night's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Khloe finally confronted Tristan about where she is in terms of their relationship, romantic or otherwise. This came after an episode filled with Tristan and Khloe soul searching and asking the rest of the family for advice in regards to the co-parents getting back together. So Khloe spoke to Malika about her feelings for Tristan and whether she should give him another chance. Malika gave this advice, quote, "You won't know if you don't try. Take baby steps, open up a little bit. You won't even really have a conversation with the man about your relationship and the past." Tristan went to Chris for advice, saying that he does want to get back together and that he has grown from this whole mess. He referred to Khloe and True as his family. Chris responded with, quote, "Well, because you hurt her, you hurt me, you hurt all of us. The bottom line is we just want her to be happy and we want you to be happy and we want you to be happy as a family and we want True to be happy." So finally, Khloe and Tristan sat down together to confront the elephant in the room. Khloe said that she had noticed a change in Tristan but was worried that it wasn't permanent. That he would just go back to normal when she kind of agreed to get back together. Tristan told Khloe that he had grown to a point where he knew what he wanted and that was to be with Khloe. Khloe, however, didn't completely let that sway her. She said this, quote, "Do I love you? 1,000,000%. Am I in love with you currently? No. But would it be great if I could have this fairy tale ending? Yes. Just because you have a family with someone also doesn't mean you have to stay with someone if it's not the best fit." So the episode concludes this with Khloe saying that she didn't have an answer for Tristan yet, but she was going to work on taking kind of these bricks and walls down. Seems like a lot of work to admit that Tristan is back and he is here to stay. Do you think Khloe is more or less, just hamming it up for the cameras, or do you think this is all genuine?
Alex, I want to ask you in the T Tribe, what are y'all relationship deal breakers? Period. And then I'm going to go back to your question and say, that I believe that they are just. Well, we know that Khloe's very invested in the show. She cried her eyes out when the announcement was made that the show was ending. I do think that she's just really into trying to give the best possible show, I guess, as possible. I just feel like, really, production, y'all are not exhausted. I wish things were different. And
Yeah.
also relationship advice from, you said Malika?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, that says enough. Um,
Well, I think Malika's coming from like the best friend, like I just want you to be happy kind of thing. And she sees that there's love there. There are, they've been quarantined together. I think Malika's just kind of like, listen, we all see it happening. You are feeling it too. You're never gonna know if you don't try. So I think she's just coming from that standpoint, like, listen, I may or may not agree with it. I acknowledge that you're kind of together. So really go into it or not. Whether that's the right advice or not, who knows?
Alex,
Yeah,
correct me if I'm incorrect. Malika was the one that she like transported some gift from Tristan to Khloe, right?
yeah,
That happened. So she been with the you know what's, y'all. And although she doesn't deserve, yeah, I feel comfortable saying this. Although Khloe doesn't deserve better friends, of course she has to go with the people that are the yes men in her life, and will do that. Because Alex, if we were in that situation, I would never be bringing you no gift from someone that played you like that on a worldwide scale. This is not like in LA, like, oh, did you see Alex's boyfriend? Did you see Courtney's boyfriend? This is like the entire world knows. And I feel like as a friend, this is just me as a friend, y'all. Y'all know I only got like 5 friends. I'm just not going to do that. Like if I saw my friend like crying on TV or like exposed in the news,
yeah,
the last thing I'm going to do is be like, you know what, Tristan, I'm going to transport that necklace or those earrings or whatever it was. I'm going to bring it to her, my best friend, who you just humiliated on a worldwide scale. So
yeah.
shout out to Malika, Trolika, Khadijah. I know I always messed up their names, but I hate the fact that I feel like there's not any. Like, where's the person that's not Scott that's like in the room with the cameras being like, are y'all serious? See, that's why I'm not friends with them, because I would be in the room like, are y'all serious right now? Khloe, this doesn't even make realistic sense. Right?
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you. I do think, I mean, just from a fan watching Khloe's perspective, you can see that she's really struggling internally with this decision. Like we know, or at least I've been there in my life where someone has done you so wrong that you really have no feelings about it. You don't dislike the person, you don't like them, like you're just kind of numb. And I feel like that's kind of where Khloe is. Like in the back of her mind, she sees her daughter, she sees bringing the family together, but she's still kind of numb. And I think she's kind of acknowledging or accepting the fact that she may never get back to that in love place. Like she still is so in pain, but has love. I think she's very confused, and I wouldn't want to be in her situation at all, or wish that on any of my friends.
She need to be single until True is able to go to like a preschool type situation or like kindergarten or something. She needs that. The same way Lizzo took a break. Sorry, I keep using Lizzo as an example, but the same way Lizzo took a break, she should use a break, but from men, and having public relationships. Let me not say men, from public relationships, because girl, for what? Also, Alex, I wonder if the Kardashians will still be sought after 5 years from now without the show being on. Let's just say they have like a little streaming show that's popular, whatever. I wonder if they'll still be sought out by men in the same way that they have been all this time. Very curious to know what that outcome would be.
Yeah, agreed. All right. Well, we are coming to the end of the show, so let me just get to our OMT story of the day. We're still talking about
girl, I thought
Khloe.
that was the OMT.
No,
Sorry.
we are. No worries. No worries. We're still talking about this story. It's kind of an extension of the Khloe and Tristan, because keeping up with the Kardashians led us to believe that Khloe and Tristan are kind of headed towards smoother sailing. But there are reports that came out that Khloe has apparently unfollowed Tristan following the revelations Larsa Pippen gave to the Hollywood Raw podcast earlier this week. So some reports are saying that the rest of the Kardashian family has also unfollowed Tristan on Instagram. But this is interesting because Daily Mail has learned that Khloe just never refollowed Tristan after the first time they ran in trouble. So they're all shutting it down that, it's kind of those situations. I feel like that recently just happened with Miley as well. Like, she never followed him. So even though I'm sure they're having conversations post Larsa, I know that they made a statement saying, quote, "No one remembers Khloe meeting Tristan before that or being introduced to him through Larsa. Larsa was never dating Tristan. They may have gone out in a group or met up, but they did not date. The family thinks she is embarrassing and seeking attention." So they're shutting down that kind of Larsa and Tristan dating as well. So what do you think's going on, Courtney?
Alex, we know that Larsa is a mess box. Sorry, Mrs. Pippen, you're a mess box. Shout out to you on Selling Sunset, though. I enjoyed that. I said, well, look at Larsa. That's not important, though. Anyway, I'm inclined to believe a lot of what she's talking about only because the Kardashian women have a history of stealing men. So it's like, if we didn't have that, like, girl, call up Justine Skye. Even though I talk about how she was okay with it, call up Justine Skye, girl. She had her man taken. Everyone had their man taken from somebody. Amber Rose, girl, call Amber, girl. And so they have a history of doing that. But as soon as it happens to them, then it's like, oh no, we would never. Get out of our circle. And so it's just very interesting how, allegedly, according to Larsa, she introduced Tristan to Khloe and then they ran off into the sunset, and then Tristan did what he did and then kissed Jordan, and somehow he gets off scot-free. To me, what y'all are saying on the show is still a version of getting away scot-free, because he certainly didn't feel the heat the way that Miss Jordan Woods did, honestly. So my question is when are the Kardashians going to apologize to Jordan? And we know it's not going to happen. And I know some of you may be like, they don't deserve an apology. Jordan kissed him. No. Tristan kissed her. And if you were a woman or man or anyone that was in a situation where someone forced a kiss on you, you would not want to be blamed. And I definitely have a better understanding of that today. So very interesting, Alex. It's interesting that Larsa went so hard for the Kardashians in terms of Jordan, and they wound up doing the same thing to her. You ain't family, right, Larsa?
I agree. I think we spoke about that last week, how, Jordan tweeted right after Larsa came out with it, like, make this make sense, because we know Larsa was right there when Jordan was in all the mess. So same mess, same common denominator. Let's end on that. Because that is all the tea we have to spill today. We really ran out of time, but thank you again for joining us, Tea Tribe. We'll be back on Monday, same time, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. Courtney will be back with Miss Gabby Bailenson on Moments of the Week tomorrow. Right? Am I wrong? Am I right? Yes.
Oh, no, girl. You're right, girl. Me and Gabby getting into some things. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, check that out. And if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're an after sipper, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Courtney, if they want more of you after the show, where else can they find you?
If you want more tea with your boy C, that was awful. You can follow me on Instagram. I talk trash on Twitter, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more unfiltered garbage. Thanks. And what about you, Alex? Where can they find the Shiftman?
You can find me on all social media at Alex Schiffman, just like my name. And on that note, Courtney, let's wipe this tea off all our hands. Everyone stay safe, and we'll see you Monday.
Alrighty, we'll see you guys Monday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. It's in demand. You better wash your hands.